there are so many reasons why this isn't a good film. I just can't think of any right now because it's so delightful.
You ever ridden on a Vespa?
Penelope.
Penelope is a Noughties movie that simply couldn't be any more of a Noughties movie. And that's not because it's not down to it being a real time capsule of a film that makes you think about the Noughties. It's not down to anything in the soundtrack or any actor that you go, wow, that's such a Noughties actor, or anything like that. It's about a girl who is cursed from a family curse to have a pig nose until she finds true love and acceptance. It's the subversion of the shallow into a meaningful, although simplistic, message about self-acceptance. That's the most Noughties thing ever. Christina Ricci stars in the most Christina Ricci-ish role of all time as Penelope Penelope Wilhern, who is forced out of Blue Blood Society and has to wait years and years for the right suitor to come along in the form of Johnny Martin. Johnny Martin, that's really his name. Sounds like a whiskey brand. Anyway, he comes along eventually, sweeps her off her feet, and proves that looks don't matter, although she does get rid of the pig nose at the end. So, yeah, because it's a Noughties movie, so looks don't matter, but I love this movie, if only for the rest of the cast. I mean, Christina Ricci is great, but my goodness, what they surround her with. Catherine O'Hara in one of the most Catherine O'Hara-y roles. I mean, she's a mother who loves her daughter, but is also just kind of a dick and won't stop talking. It's Richard E. Grant, who is just a bumbling father figure who seems completely useless, but also just gets along with her, like really seems to appreciate her for her, which is what I don't get about the curse being broken by her at the end for self-acceptance, even though it seems like he was always on board. Doesn't matter. What about Peter Dinklage in one of his best pre-Game of Thrones roles as a journalist who loses an eye but gains a heart? Oh, or James McAvoy, who was just this nice teen, just kind of gentle, heartthrobby kind of guy before becoming one of our favourite psychopaths. Twice. And it's also got Nick Frost, Reese Witherspoon, Bern Gorman, Russell Brand, and Lenny Henry, all just in bit roles, and you're just going, whoa, I mean, what a film, but why? Why has this got such a great cast? Why is this what it is? I'm so confused. It's such a classic, but it shouldn't be. Penelope basically scares people with her pig nose for like 8 years. Really? They are showing people to her for 8 years and they never once found a blue blood who actually did need some money and kind of went, okay, you know what, I'll take it. I mean, and also, I don't know, if I thought that, like, oh, this girl, she's very pretty. She's obviously very pretty the entire film. It's the most, like, Hilary Duff as Lizzie McGuire getting called ugly for 4 seasons effect. It's the most Noughties thing in the world. It's like, oh my gosh, Christina Ricci, incredibly beautiful actress. Oh, you put a pig nose on her? No, she's ugly forever. Like, so that's kind of silly, because eventually they would have found a blue blood who went, okay, there's a chance that the pig nose is going to go. She's just going to be a beautiful, very kind, nice woman. And I'm going to get a bunch of money for marrying her because they keep just upping the price. Guys, money talks, and this film is lying to you about how loudly it screams. So a journalist and an absolute wet napkin cucklord try to unmask Penelope to the world, like the Queen was trying to do to Penelope in Bridgerton. I'm telling you, there's something there. It doesn't matter. It is great performances all around, egged on by the fact that you can just tell how much fun everyone was having. It's one of those films, everyone just seems to be enjoying themselves so much that you can't dislike it. And you can't hate a film that is just trying so openly, so lovingly, to just be a feel-good sort of movie. I mean, there are like 5 or 6 of these from the Noughties. 50 or 60 of these from the Noughties, and they're all just kind of lovable, silly, not very good, but great. Don't sleep on this film, but don't overestimate it. It's friendly, it's lovable, it's also quite dumb. I felt happy rewatching it, and that is the most important thing, and that is, I think, the thing that they cared about the most while making this as well. So I'm giving a whole Bridgerton of new fanfiction. You're welcome. 3.5 stars. Coming this summer, Penelope Featherington with an ancient family curse that forces her to wear a hood and walk around writing about the Blue Blood Society that won't accept her, including herself. Can she find someone to finally love her for her? I mean, it writes itself, seriously. I burn for you, Colin!